Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Kaylan. I'm 27 and I film a lot of work, lifestyle, and productivity content. For today's video, we're sitting down how we do every month and we're gonna do our September monthly reset, which I am extra excited for. September is like that month for me that it's really that transition from summer into fall, and I'm here for coziness, the cool weather. Hopefully it's 93 in Ohio today, but we're gonna pretend like it's cool fall weather. So I'm really excited to sit down and just set ourselves up to have a good month. If you are new here, if you've never seen one of my monthly reset routines, I do switch it up here and there every, month or so. Sometimes I mix the budget in with our goal setting and our planning. Other times I do them in two separate videos. From here on out, I think I'm gonna do two separate videos and always do my budget with me separate. And for today's video, we're gonna sit down, do some reflection on August, see how we did, see if there's any room for improvement, set ourselves up for a really good September goal-wise, and also go through our monthly favorites, which I'm really excited for. So I hope you guys enjoy sitting down and just getting refreshed and reset for the new month. Make sure you get out your goal tracking spreadsheet, notebook, whatever you use to set your goals, so we can sit down and do this together. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe down below if you are new here, and let's hop right into our monthly reset. Okay, so before we even get into September, we're gonna do a little reflection on August, kind of go through, see what goals we did accomplish, see what we didn't accomplish, and just reflect on how the month went as a whole and what we can then take into September. I also have my Alani new Witch's Brew. I think they just came out with these a few days ago. As you guys can tell, we're in full fall spooky season mode around here now. I'm personally torn on how August went because in some aspects, August was a really good month for me. In other aspects, I definitely neglected on just, accomplishing my goals, building some healthy habits that I wanted to work on. I would say overall August was okay. I've talked about this in my last few videos since I started my new job in July, which is crazy. It's already been that long, but I did start a new role in July, so August was my first full month working full time, and that went really well. I actually got a promotion. As far as content goes, I did okay. It wasn't the best month, it wasn't the worst month either. It was kind of just in the middle. I didn't hit all of my content goals, but I did get out some content that I've been meaning to upload. So not the best, but not the worst either. I would say the biggest downside of August, I did have a big family emergency, a big family scare that's still not all the way figured out, which is unfortunate, but it's better than it was. August was a really hard month for our family. Besides the family emergency that we had, August was a pretty good month for me personally. We're just gonna call August neutral. I'm not feeling great about it, but I'm not feeling terrible about it either. So let's take a look at the goals that I actually set for August and what I achieved out of those. Okay, so here is my goal and habit tracker for the month of August. You guys probably already know this is my Press Reset all-in-one goal and habit tracker. Press Reset is my finance and productivity brand. We have the Ultimate Wealth Dashboard, which I always use in my budgeting videos. And then we have the all-in-one goal and habit tracker, which is great for tracking your annual and monthly goals along with your daily habits. I always have it linked down below, my monthly reset, so definitely make sure to go check it out if you haven't gotten it already. I know a lot of you guys already have this, but if you're looking for a good goal and habit tracker or a good way to track your goals, definitely make sure to go check out this one. I will have it linked down below. Taking a look at my personal goals, I did a really good job actually of having a digital detox 1 day a week. Overall, my screen time has decreased significantly and I've felt so much better mentally. My last upload before this video was my What's on My iPhone video, and in that video I talked about tips and tricks that I take to reduce my screen time, to kind of, step away from my phone and make it a little bit easier, just to use it as a tool and not as something that I just constantly scroll on. So that video was something that I've been wanting to film for a few months now. It was really requested and it is now up. But because I have kind of restructured my phone and turned off a lot of my notifications, it has allowed me to kind of step away from my phone and be a little bit more present. So overall throughout my days, I've had less screen time, but I did also take a digital detox where I basically completely step away 1 day per week. Next, we have find healthy routines with my new schedule. So I wanted to really create strong morning and night routines with my new work schedule. I'm not mad at this. I did okay, not well enough to actually check this off, but I have found a really good healthy morning routine that I'm loving. I actually want to film that once I get a little bit more consistent with it. Honestly, I think the biggest thing that I'm struggling with is just waking up early enough. This is something that I've struggled with all my life. I'm just not a morning person, and I just need to have that discipline. I just need to find it inside of me and just know that no one likes waking up early. So that's really something that we're gonna focus on in September. And this kind of goes with my other personal goal here, wake up before 7 a.m., which I did that some days, but not all of the days. So Overall, I did find, a good healthy morning routine, but I just really need to build that consistency with it and also get a better night routine because I want to start reading more. All of these kind of go together, but I want to start reading more and I love to read at night. So if I really get a good nighttime routine, it'll also help my morning routine and I can also read more consistently and wake up earlier. And unfortunately, I could not check off start reading again consistently. My reading has been terrible the past 2 months. For some reason, I got out of it a little bit and I'm having trouble getting back into it. And I think it's because I haven't really been enjoying the books that I've been reading. They're just okay. So when I do sit down to actually read, I lose interest after like 10 minutes. So I really need to find a good book, start reading more consistently and start incorporating this into my night routine. So I did not do any of these 3. That's definitely going to be a focus for me next month. Wellness goals, I have hit 10,000 steps per day. I've been terrible. Devin and I take a lot of walks, but I've been so sedentary the past month just from working so much. And so once again, just, finding a healthy routine with my new schedule. I just need to, get better about structuring my days so I can still do, everything that I want to do, get all the movement in that I need to get in, along with, maintaining a full-time job and my businesses. So did not do this. This is something that I definitely felt this month. I have felt so stagnant and sedentary. Like I said, I love getting outside and going for long walks and just being outside a lot more. And I could really tell this month that I did not do that. So that is also something that we will definitely need to get better about in September. I did do a decent job though at going to the gym. As much as I like going to the gym though, I really can tell when I don't get outside and walk a lot more than when I don't go to the gym. Just because walking outside and getting fresh air is really good for my mental health. Going to the gym is too, but it's also just, once again, being indoors. So I really need to find that balance of getting outside and doing movement along with, going to the gym and strength training. I was really good about taking my vitamins daily. During August, I just got into this rabbit hole of researching the best vitamins and supplements to take, not only just in general, but for my personal needs, and found a lot of really good vitamins and supplements to take. So I will share that in a future video, but I say all that to say, yes, I've been really good about taking my vitamins daily. Moving over to financial goals, I have saved $2,500, which I did do. Business goals, I have created a new spreadsheet for press reset. So I would say I'm like 50% of the way done with one spreadsheet and I'm like 90% done on something else, which it's not a Google Sheet or an Excel spreadsheet. A lot of you guys have been requesting a Notion template. So that is something that is possibly coming very soon. I'm not gonna say yes to this because it's not 100% finalized and launched, but this is something that I did work on throughout the month of August. And then lastly, social media goals, to self-growth diaries episode, I only uploaded 1, so I'm not gonna check that off. Scrolling down, we can see goals set versus achieved, goals distribution. I have my daily habit tracker here. Once again, did really good at taking my vitamins daily. There were a few days in there that I missed, but I took my vitamins 27 times. My goal was 25. I wanted to work out 15 times and I worked out 17 times this month. So pretty good on my daily habit tracker. Not the best, but definitely, I'm happy with it. We can see our habits completed per day. I don't really use this section too much, but I have my weekly to-do list here. And then this is something that I typically skip, but it's also something I want to start incorporating into the goal setting section of my monthly resets. And that is doing my monthly reflection. We kind of already talked about this before we actually took a look at the goals, but it is a section on the template. So I'm just going to kind of like quickly go through what I wrote in my monthly reflection section. So I have, what have I done well this month? I said this month I did well hitting my savings goals and reducing my screen time, which we talked about that earlier. My digital detox days really helped me step away and be more present. What can I do to improve next month? Next month, I really need to focus on building better routines around my work schedule and staying consistent with them. I did an okay job this month, but it could be better. Am I happy with my results this month? Yes and no. Overall, August was really good in some aspects, but others were neglected. And what are 3 things that I'm grateful for this month? I have my new role, my family and our health, and the ability to hit the goals that I set, which this doesn't mean that I'm grateful because I did hit all of my goals, more so saying that I am grateful that I have the capability. It really just is up to me, but I have the capability of hitting the goals that I want to, whether that's physically, I have the ability, to go to the gym, to use my body to work out. I have the ability to work hard. So really it all comes down to me, but I have the actual ability to do the things that I want to do. So that is my August monthly reflection. Pretty much all of this is, you know, what we've kind of talked about so far, but the biggest takeaway from this, and probably the biggest area that needs improvement, would be to build better routines during September. Definitely comment down below. Let me know how August went for you, if it went well, if there's some areas that maybe need improved on, and just how you're feeling about the month as a whole. Moving over to September. Typically I already have this all, you know, completely filled out and we go through it together, but I really want to focus on only a few goals this month. I really don't want to set too many. So September is going to look very similar to August. So we're going to fill it out pretty quickly by just probably copying and pasting a lot of this into the new month. I'm actually going to take all 3 personal goals from August that we did not accomplish and paste them as our personal goals for September. Those are the only personal goals that we're going to set for the month, just because I don't need any more than that. Wellness goals, I'm going to actually copy and paste all 3 of these and paste them into September. We're gonna copy and paste this. I forgot to change this here. And this should be social media goals. So instead of create a new spreadsheet for Press Reset, I'm actually gonna say launch Notion template for Press Reset. Oops. I'm really excited for this. A lot of you guys have requested a Notion template. I've never really been into Notion. I just love Google Sheets, you know, Excel, you guys know, like I love all of my dashboards, but the more I use Notion, the more I realize it could be really useful also for just planning your, you know, your days, your weeks, your month. Also really good for content planning. So I'm excited about this. It's almost done, but I really like the way that it's turning out. And honestly, I might also start incorporating that Notion template into my monthly resets along with this. And I think you guys are gonna love it. And then for social media goals, I'm gonna have 2 self-growth diaries episodes. My last one actually did really well. I think it's almost at like 8,000 views. So the self-growth diaries is definitely well liked, which I love. So I want to do 2 more of those, and then I also want to upload 2 fall videos for YouTube. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I cannot. Okay, hang on. I cannot talk and type. But I actually got a new keyboard. All right, hang on. Let me find the pumpkin emoji really quick. But I actually got a new keyboard just because I wanted something that was a little bit more like clacky than my Mac keyboard. So I got this one. It's PC, but you can actually format it. For Mac, it's dying, which is why it's red, but I love it though. It's so cute, and it also just makes typing, especially for work, a lot more fun. Like, I feel like it takes me back to my childhood when I used to like pretend to type on a computer like this, and then you feel like you're typing so fast because you can hear all the keys. One day I was scrolling on TikTok and I got sucked into keyboard ASMR, and then that kind of led into the best keyboards for working from home and like the different types of keyboards. Like there's Thocky, Creamy, Clacky. Like I had no idea there were so many different types and sounds of keyboards. So I believe this one's technically Creamy, which is like it's a little clacky, but it's also a little Thocky too. I really don't know, but a lot of people said this one was really good, so I got it and I really like it so far. I'll link it down below. You can get it on Amazon. You can also get it from their site. But yeah, if you guys can hear my keyboard a little bit more while I'm typing, that's because I got an extra loud keyboard for my personal enjoyment. I actually asked you guys on Instagram, which if you would like to follow me on Instagram, I would really appreciate it. It's at Kaylan_Kerbler. But I asked you guys for fall video recommendations, what content you guys want to see this fall. And a lot of you guys said fall vlogs, like an ultimate fall vlog, which I typically do every year, pumpkin carving. I got a lot of really good ideas. And so obviously it's September, we're going to start the fall content. So I do want to upload 2 fall videos minimum for YouTube, which with the 2 self-growth diaries, that will be 4 uploads. And then I also want to upload 2 fall videos also on Instagram or like YouTube shorts, just some short form content in there too. So I'm just going to say upload to, I don't really know what platforms, probably all of them. So short form fall videos, which should be good starting September. And then we'll get into obviously a lot more in October. But if you guys have any fall video recommendations, anything that you want to see, of course, leave it down below. I've said this a million times in this video, but I'm very, very excited for fall activities, fall content. This is how September is looking. Like I said, let me know how August went, but also let me know one goal that you have for September and any video recommendations that you want to see from me. Really quickly, I just realized I forgot my daily habit tracker. So I'm actually just probably going to take everything from August and paste that into September. And now we're done with September. Okay, so now that our goals are done, we can move on to the second portion of September's monthly reset. That is our monthly favorites. I used to do these all the time. I probably haven't done a monthly favorites in over a year, my monthly resets, but I've gotten a lot of comments, a lot of DMs. You guys wanted the monthly favorites incorporated back in. So I hear you, I see you. They will now be in our monthly resets moving forward. So the favorites that we're gonna go through every month is favorite book, favorite memory, favorite TV show, and favorite purchase. Starting with favorite memory, I would have to say probably the memory that stands out the most for me is taking Maya swimming. We love to take the girls swimming. My parents have a boat, and so we like to take them on the boat and swimming, but we actually got them this ramp that like connects to the boat kind of. It's like a floating inflatable ramp, so that way it's supposed to basically help them get from the boat into the water, and they're supposed to be able to get out of the water onto the boat themselves. It kind of like slants up and it has like a little landing pad at the top. It's basically, yeah, so that way we don't have to like lift them in and out of the water every time. And so we took Maya swimming with my parents' dog Macy, and they used that for the first time. It really didn't go that well. They had a really hard time figuring out that you have to go up the ramp. I'll put some pictures and everything on the screen right here. It was a really good time regardless. Any time like that spent with family, making those memories is always a good time. I'm gonna skip favorite book of the month because I didn't read an entire book last month, but favorite show of the month, Devin and I are rewatching Prison Break, and it is so good. For whatever reason, it was trending on Netflix, and so we started watching it again, and I forgot how good it was. Lately, I feel like it's been so hard to find good shows. Like after you already watch the staples, I feel like a lot of the new shows coming out just aren't that good. Like if you've already watched Lost, Breaking Bad, Dexter, Prison Break, Blacklist, like at least in my opinion, if you've already watched those, it's really hard to find another good, staple series. If for whatever reason you haven't seen Prison Break, definitely recommend it. 10 out of 10. And I'm actually gonna throw a movie in here too because I just remembered a good movie we watched. We watched Land of Bad on Netflix, and if you like military action war movies, that one's really, really good too. And lastly, we have favorite purchase that I made. As far as like just spending money goes, if you count that as a purchase, I would say probably my favorite one would have to be my hair, just because I did get my hair done recently. I really like it. It just needed a good refresh. I dyed it a little bit darker. I also got these like little face framing pieces in the front here. So as far as like just spending money goes, it's not really, I mean, it is a purchase, but it's more of a self-care service. I would have to see my hair. But as far as a physical product goes, probably the lights on my bookshelves. I love these. Some of them need charged. I love them obviously in my videos, but when I'm just working, especially if it's raining out or if it's dark out, it just really makes it super moody in here. I'm gonna say this one's tied with the lights. I love my keyboard. This is definitely a top purchase for me this month, but also the lights too. And I actually have the remote here. These are really nice because you can change the color, you can change the brightness, you can set them on a timer. Right now I have them set to orange for fall, but I also really like the purple color. This color is probably my most used color. In my opinion, especially in person, they just really elevate my office and my working space. So I would have to say that as far as physical items go, my keyboard and my lights, and as far as like a self-care service goes, then my hair. So yeah, those are my favorites for the month of August. I actually forgot how much I like adding this section in. It just gets me thinking. It's a very positive thing to incorporate, and it really gets you reflecting on the month in a different way. Obviously, when we reflect on our goals, we're reflecting on the previous month, but also just thinking about the positives. Maybe it wasn't, building a healthy habit, but maybe it was making a new memory, or maybe even just a purchase that brought you joy. That wraps up our monthly favorites and our September monthly reset routine. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and spending the last 20 or so minutes getting reset, refreshed, and ready for the new month. September is gonna be a good one, you guys. I'm calling it. I'm putting it out there right now. Cozy vibes are coming out. I'm ready for it, and I hope you guys are too. So thank you guys once again for watching. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if you are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. Other than that, don't forget to leave a comment. I hope you all have an amazing start to the new month, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.